Hello, welcome to Keg Poultry Farm Tour. In this tour, I'll be sharing with you how I turned my plots of land around the urban center into a profitable poultry farm. This is the gate to our first section of the poultry farm. And as you can see, it is well perimetered. One, security reasons, to stop or to isolate our birds, and two, to make sure that there is security for our birds. Before you enter the farm, there is one thing we consider first. Number one, biosecurity. The reason for it is we make sure that any person, any object, anything that enters in our farm must be disinfected or must be sanitized. So we take measure for safety of our birds by doing biosecurity on the entrance of our gates. So we take these measures. Anyone entering in our farm, we make sure that he is disinfected and is sanitized, be by foot bath or by spraying. This is our first plot, and this plot is basically on 50 by 100, where our first units were, or where we started our farm from. As you can see, this plot has 4 units, like 4 structures, and each structure has accommodates 1,000 birds. So that is approximately 4,000 birds. And in this plot, 50 by 100, we have the structure for the birds, we have the store for the eggs, we have a room for the workers, and we even have a store here for the food for the birds. So everything is in here in our plot of 50 by 100, and this is how we decided to maximize it. Remember, we also have the sick bay here for our sick birds. In case those fall sick, they are treated here. Also, our well, where the water is being excavated or is being drained from, is also in this plot of 50 by 100. Please come, let me take you through unit by unit or section by section on this plot of land. So here we have our well. As I told you, water is very important. As in our past videos, I shared with you one of the necessities on the poultry farm, water. Water is very important. So we decided to dig underground water here, whereby we make sure that water is consistent on our farm. And this is where it is. As you can see, in just a small area, and you have water full time on your farm. So this is also one of our tanks where we harvest water from the roof of the structures, and it's here. It also has a supply of the underground water in dry season. In case it gets drained, we can still supply it with also underground water. And another thing, the reason for this water here, rainwater, we usually use it for cleaning our place, because as you can see, it is very well tarmacked with the bricks. So we clean it to make sure that cleanliness on the farm is paramount. So let's go. Here we have this is our sick bay. You can see there are birds here that fall sick, that they are being hooked by the rest in the houses. So we bring them here to treat them, and when they get well, we take them back there. You can see there are quite many here because it has been a rainy season. Some of them want to hatch the eggs. That's why we have big numbers of them here. As I told you, we bring them here, we immerse them in water, we stress them, they get back to normal, and they get back in the houses to lay the eggs again, as it's the main purpose. So let's go. Here section we have our store where we keep our food for the birds. In this store, this is a small kitchen for my guys where they prepare their meal from. So there, as you can see, yeah, they are here. Hey, hi guys, they're here trying to clean the eggs. As you can see, they are from clean the eggs. So here we go in our store. So as you can see, this is our store for eggs. You can see it's very well clean. We decided to paint it white so that we keep the temperature cool, and you can see it has a ceiling which is not all that temperature cohesive. It's in plywood to make sure this place is maintained cool. As you can see, to make sure that the eggs are kept in a cool temperature, ready for market. As you can see, these are over almost 400 trays. They are here ready to be taken to the market. Take all these eggs here. These are approximately for only 4 days, because we collect almost 100 trays and plus in a day. So that's a good number. And there is our daily scoreboard. As you can see, make sure we keep record and we keep track of our farm. As you can see, every day we have to know how many birds have laid, how many birds have not laid, how many birds are sick, how many eggs are damaged. Welcome. Here is our first room where we are going to enter and see what is basically inside this house. What are the things being done here? How is the setup? How is everything that we have here at our Keg Poultry Farm in this room? So let's go. This is one of the rooms, and this accommodates, as I've told you, 1,000 birds. We do layers. As you can see, these are our layer birds, are called Isa brown ones, specifically for egg production. So in this room, we have over 1,000 birds, and 1,000 birds in this room, as you can see. Now, what do you need to have in the room? You can see we have our feeders. These are our feeders where we put food for the birds. We have the drinkers. They are automatic. We don't need to have to pour water in them. There is a tank there which is specifically supplies all this room. Inside there, the blue one. Water is constant, full time for the birds. As you know, 85% of the body for the birds is water. So they need much of the water as they digest this mash here. Then the next one we have is laying boxes where the birds go and lay eggs. They never lay eggs here on this surface here. They go to the laying boxes where they put their eggs, and then we come and collect. So this is how our setup is here, as you can see in this structure. By the way, most of our structures, the setup is the same. So I remember one of our videos we shared was poultry farm has many sources of income, especially if you are doing layers. You profit from the birds, those are off layers. You profit from the eggs after selling them. Then another thing we told you that we profit from the manure, the droppings, as you can see. These droppings here. After a period of time, we remove these droppings, and it is turned already into manure. We take them to the garden where we grow our crops, or we sell it because at times it is too much and it's overwhelming for us. So we have clients already who come and buy them. And remember, sometimes we sell our sack at 10K. So that is good money. So imagine if you have 100 sacks, that is 1 million profit. Then another thing is, I'll still share with you how we built up our structure. It is very simple. These are trees, as you can see, these are poles, the trees, the mesh. And the reason for the mesh is for your poultry farm, you should make sure that the aeration for these birds is good. So because they need much of the fresh air for them not to suffocate, and they will give you what you want in terms of production. So to make sure your house is not all that covered. As you can see, is the mesh. There is this one, big one, then there is a small one. The reason for the small one outside, that is called the chicken mesh, is to protect and stop birds. You call them birds, either small or big, from entering, because they might be from somebody's farm. Then they come into your farm. Why do they come? They want to eat the food. They want to eat the mash for the birds. So they might bring diseases and your birds get infected. So we make sure that ventilation is very, very good, allowing air to blow in such that your birds are healthy, are good, and they can breathe very well. So that's how our structure is. Then the roofing, the timber, the mesh, that's all. In this room here, we have old birds. Actually, they have taken long laying, so meaning we are yet to offer them from the farm. So in this room, as we enter, you will see there is a difference between the first room we are in and this room, because these ones, they have at times feathered off. You will see they have some changes on their body, so meaning, but they are still laying, they are still giving us good percentage of eggs. So they are like at 56%. So by end of this year, we'll be offering them maybe towards Christmas, so people can enjoy. As I told you, it's one of our profits on the farm. When you offer these birds, those are the profits. So let's go. Yo. So here we go. As you can see, so these are our birds also. I've told you, they have grown actually. They have taken some quite of almost 18 months as they are giving us eggs. So as you can see them, yeah. So as you can see them, they have some kind of difference from the first birds we are in. You can see them, they have almost feathered off, but they are still the same type of birds. It's a brown layers. So we'll be offering these birds towards December for meat production. So those who want to enjoy. So this is also another profit. I told you, eggs, birds, when we sell them for or as off layers, then we have the droppings as manure. So you can see those are all profits. Yeah, so as I've told you, on our first plot of land we have 4 rooms. So 2 are up where we are from, and then we have also this room here. Then we also have this room, and they all have birds, 1,000, and the setup is the same. So we may not go inside here because we might give them much of the stress, but they are the same setups. And as you can see up here, we have our water supply here. The middle tank supplies the lower rooms, then the upper tank supplies the upper rooms. So in other words, we have approximately 8 rooms on this farm. We shall be seeing some of them. This was the first plot of land, 50 by 100, where we have 4 rooms. And as you can see, on our entry of each room, we make sure there is biosecurity. In case one of our workers misses to step in the water on the entry, he can't miss this one on the entry to the house, because it is basically planted on the door. So it's very rare enough for him to miss stepping in this water which has some medicine or which has disinfectant, such that we minimize diseases at our farm. This is another extension of our farm. We acquired actually this small piece of land here next to 50 by 100. It's actually 24 by 110. So in this extension, we have a new structure. They are ready, whereby up already we have birds there which are already laying. Then the downer section is where we are preparing and planning for our new birds which are coming, as I told you, in a couple of months. So we shall be taking this through every step from day one when we bring our birds until they start to lay the eggs, such that you know how the steps move step by step in raising these birds, the layers. So we shall go inside and also continue to see how we have tried to set up the structure for our farm. As in this corner here, as you can see, this side we have a shelter which we have built basically for manure. When we collect our manure from our houses, we just bring it and pack it here, where we get it ready to be taken to the garden or for sale as clients they come. And as you see, the other door is where we do the offloading and loading. We don't allow loading and offloading for manure and everything to be done on the main gate, on the main entrance. Yeah, so we are ready. Everything is in this place, in this small area, as I shared with you from the beginning when I was telling you. When it comes to manure, this is a sample of what we do with our manure. You see, on the farm we have decided to put a portion of a small garden for our greens, our vegetables that workers do consume at the farm here. They don't buy tomatoes, as you can see them here, just bearing flowers. Some have already even bared. You can see the cabbages, they are here. So in other words, manure is it's manure because you can see the fresh of these vegetables here. A couple of weeks they'll be starting to enjoy them. So yeah, manure is very good, and this is a sample of what it can do. We have done a test on our farm, as you can see. So we don't only rear, but also even do crop growing or crop farming on a small scale. But when we have a big space, we still go and do it. So this is a sample. Let's proceed to our second section of our farm. There are two, so we have the first one and the second one. So let's go. So this is our second section, the farm. This one is approximately on 50 by 80. And on this section here, we have a storage house. We have up here and we have down here. And also, each room here accommodates 1,100 birds. So that is approximately 2,200 birds on this section of our farm. We also have water supply is already there. The upper tank supplies the upper room, the middle one, the downer one, and the black one, which collects the water from the roofs, is what we use in terms of when we have a shortage of water, but we neither have shortage of water here on the farm. Then we have the store for the food for the birds also. Then the other section is where we have the offices up there and the room for the workers here on the farm. So also this section is very well equipped to accommodate and to handle our birds. There's nothing lacking. As you can see, the same structure. The mesh are there and the timber, just simple. We didn't use much of the things. It's the timber, the mesh, and the roofing. Bit of bricks down here, but the rest of the things is just timber and mesh and trees. That's all. So the same procedure. Disinfectant before you enter. Here is the pool for disinfectant before you enter in our downer room. Then on the upper section here, there is also a disinfectant pool whereby whoever has to enter up here must disinfect. It's positioned here on these stairs such that someone does not miss stepping in this pool before entering, such that we minimize or we stop diseases at our farm. So this is one of our new structures where we are planning to do everything for our new birds which are coming in a few months. In this place, in this room, is where we shall have everything, starting from brooding. We shall do the brooding in this room, raise step by step. Everything shall be done in this place. We have covered actually 90% of this room in preparation for our new birds. So for you not to miss, those who love and want to do poultry farming, subscribe our channel, like and click on that button such that you don't miss any of our steps in raising these birds, so-called layers. We shall do every step until these birds start to lay eggs for you to be equipped in poultry farming. Till next time, payoff.